right, guys, we have an absolutely insane take that we're responding to today. This black comedian found the white family whose ancestors owned his slave ancestors, and he's talking about rolling up on their house. Shall we say, paying them a visit? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Today we're talking about black comedian Roy Wood Jr. Now, he was recently on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay. I know him from his correspondence on The Daily Show, but he's been in quite a few different projects. Now, he has slave ancestors. Now, he found the white family whose ancestors owned his slave ancestors. And apparently he looked up their house on Zillow, and he's talking about rolling up on their house quite aggressively, by the way. Let's watch the clip.
Found the white family that purchased the first black wood of my bloodline off the slave ships in Charleston.
Yep, that's what we came off of.
If I wanted to today, I could find the white wood descendants in southern Georgia and pull up on their house.
Do y'all hear how aggressive that is? That is so weird. Let's just have a moment. Let's have a moment of silence. For how weird that is. Okay, let's keep watching.
One day I will.
Yeah.
One day you will. No, you won't. What do you mean you're going to roll up on the house of the white people whose ancestors owned your family? That makes no sense to me. Now, in case we need an update here, guys, you are not responsible for the actions of your ancestors. If your ancestors owned slaves, if your ancestors were slaves, you are a totally separate individual and person. You did not own the slaves. You were not the slave. So why would you, as the descendant, roll up on the other descendant's house and do so aggressively? Why would you be daydreaming about that? Why? Okay? If your grandpappy stole some lunch money from somebody else's granddaddy in school, you're not responsible for that. You don't have to meet them in their front yard and go fuck them up. You really don't. You don't. Okay? Let's keep watching.
They ain't got no money though. I Zillowed they crib. They broke. Like, yeah. That's the thing we don't talk about with slavery, man, is that there's a lot of white people fumbled. Like, yo.
They fumbled the bag.
Yeah, you had working for you, you still couldn't come up. How you broke and you had slaves?
Yeah, that was valuable. That was gold.
They fumbled, bro.
He's actually making a very interesting point, which plays into the lunacy of wanting to show up to these people's homes. Okay, you just said that you sort of feel this connection with this family, I guess, because their ancestors owned yours and you want to show up to their house because there's some sort of direct link there. But then you also acknowledge that the link didn't really work that well because this family is not doing as well as you are. Here you are on the Shannon Sharpe podcast. You're hanging out. You've got a successful comedy career. You're presumably making quite a bit of money. And you're talking about these people whose ancestors owned yours and they don't have the money anymore. And we like to talk about this great link of racism and power that keeps white people above black people and allows them to oppress us. But here you are, more successful than the family that, you know, in the past presumably owned your family. So what are you doing? And I don't hear the same sort of energy when referencing, I don't know, the Africans who would have sold the black people and the other Africans into slavery in the transatlantic slave trade. You want to go visit them? I don't think you can find them on Zillow, maybe. I don't know, maybe you can. And you can go roll up on them. But no, you only have animosity towards the white family who are now the descendants of those individuals who are not even that successful anymore. Are we over this? I'm over this. I know people are calling this like black fatigue or whatever, which is a little strong. Okay, I'm going to call this victimhood fatigue. We constantly have to deal with statements like this from people who are just so obsessed with this idea of victimhood, even though they're sitting probably multimillionaires on a nice little podcast with their mic and their glass of whiskey talking about slavery reparations and how down and out they are as black people and rolling up on white families. It's weird. It's weird. We should no longer give this the time of day. And unfortunately, it gets a laugh out of Shannon Sharpe when he's really saying something quite serious, that he wants to punish the current descendants of people who did something a horrible transgression way back in the past. Again, guys, you are not your ancestors. You did not do what your ancestors did. You do not deserve to be punished or really rewarded for the actions of your ancestors. And some of us may be rewarded in things like, generational wealth and heirlooms and things that are passed down by our families, but that's not as a direct link as you think it is. And guess what? These people apparently, as he says, fumbled the bag when it came to their family's involvement in slavery. So what are you doing? And just imagine this scenario.
Honey, what are you up to? Or lunch is ready.
Oh, I'm looking up. The white people that own my family on Zillow.
Huh? And not only does he say he fantasizes about rolling up on them, he says he's going to do it. One day he will. Can you just imagine how that's gonna go down?
911, there's a plaque. Man, in my front yard right now screaming about the fact that my family owned his family.
You're psychotic. You're weird. You're crazy. And all that to you, Roy Wood Jr. Guys, those are my thoughts on this clip. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. I don't have anything else to say. I just had to have you witness the insanity right there with me. Okay? I'm glad that we went through that together. Leave your thoughts in the comments. As always, if you disagree with anything I said in this video, duke it out, but do so respectfully. I encourage healthy debate on this channel. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.